Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about the new spring collection from China Glaze, and this one is called Meadow Dreams. And I have to say that this is one of my favorite China Glaze collections in quite a while because there's lots of shimmers and they're kind of fun and interesting shimmers, which is right up my alley. So let's talk about them. First we have this cream shade. This is called Mystic Garden. And it's kind of a nice pastel green, very springy, very pretty. Then we've got this shimmer called Lavender Haze. So it is like a pretty lavender, but it's got like this really nice green shimmer in it. It looks really cool. And then there's this one, which is called Picking Wildflowers. It's sort of an orange, but like a pastel orange. And you can see this also has that nice green shimmer in it. And I'm interested as to how this is going to play out on the nail. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This one is a cream. It's called Fields of Lilac. And it is kind of a really light purple, almost like a lilac lavender kind of color. Then you've got this one. This one's called What a Dream. And it looks kind of just like an off-white color, which is kind of nice to have if you don't have one already. I like a good white, just to be a good background for stamping. I use it for a lot, or obviously French tips and stuff like that. This one is called Meet Me in the Meadow, and I find this one really interesting actually because, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this on camera, so I'm just going to describe it and then show you. But it's a green, but then it has a really strong green shimmer, which looks really pretty. But there's also like this orangey reddy shimmer that only shows up at certain angles. So I'm going to see if I can kind of move this around enough that you can get a glimpse of that shimmer because it's really cool. I don't know how that's going to turn out on the nail. We're going to have to see, but hopefully really cool. So let's get to swatching. We're going to start with this one called Lavender Haze. Wow, this is turning into like a purple with a green shimmer. Super pretty. This one is called Mystic Garden, and it looks greener in the bottle, but right now it's looking like a really pretty blue. This one is called What a Dream. This looks like just a standard cream white shade. It's got good pigmentation though. And then this one, Picking Wildflowers. Wow. It's got like almost a golden shimmer to it, but there's some green in there too. Okay, and finally this one is Field of Dreams. This is really pretty. It's showing up more blue on the camera, but it's like a really pretty lilac purple. Okay, here's Field of Dreams again. And this one, Picking Wildflowers. This is one of my favorites. And then this one is called Meet Me in the Meadows. It's kind of bright green with again that bright green shimmer in it. I feel like that's in a lot of polishes. And then this one again is Mystic Garden. I'm going to put on that second coat of Lavender Haze. This reminds me of a mooncap polish. I think it's called Curse of Calypso. And the second coat of Mystic Garden. Definitely looking greener now. And What a Dream. Looks like it's going to be opaque in 2 coats, which is awesome. And Picking Wildflowers. And this one is Field of Dreams again. This is such a pretty lilac color. And one more time on Field of Dreams. And this is Picking Wildflowers again. I'm going to kind of try and fix, because it did not go on great that first time. That was user error. Meet Me in the Meadows. I really love this color. And here's Lavender Haze. And Mystic Garden again. So that is China Glaze's Spring Collection Meadow Dreams. I'm really impressed with this one. Obviously, I love the shimmers because I love an odd shimmer, and these were some of them, and they were really pretty. But I was also really impressed with the creams. I think I've said this before, but pastels often don't have great coverage. It's really hard to get them to cover quite right. Like 2 coats often isn't enough. Usually you'll need 3, sometimes you need 4. Pastels are just difficult. And I think that's because white is oftentimes just difficult. But this white, what a dream. This one went pretty well in 2 coats. I ended up doing a third, but I think it could have been okay in 2 coats, which is pretty impressive for a white. And then the other 2 creams, the Fields of Lilac and Mystic Garden, 2 coats, and they were beautiful. And, like, I don't always have high expectations when it comes to China Glaze because it's a really inexpensive lacquer compared to some of the other ones that I get. So I'm always really impressed when their performance is pretty on par with some of their more expensive counterparts. So way to go, creams, because this was great. Now, obviously, this is the side of the collection that I really fell in love with. And I think my absolute favorite ended up being Picking Wildflowers. I'm actually not a fan of orange. It's not my favorite color, but I feel like with the green shimmer in it, it just looks really cool. I really like how it turned out on the nails. It's almost less naturey and more kind of like a UFO alien kind of vibe, and I think it's neat. I like that one. And these 2, the green Meet Me in the Meadow and the purple Lavender Haze, were also just really gorgeous. Just perfect spring colors with the perfect spring shimmers, and I just think they're so pretty. Love the shimmers. So that is the collection. If you guys have any comments or questions, please do feel free to put them down in the comments below because I would love to talk nail polish and makeup with you all day. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.